That's all right, mate. It was a throwback to the old days. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been sitting there for ages. Going, I was kind of like set up, but I was like, oh, all right, whatever. All right, cool. Let's find our video. Oh, there's a live stream on Shane Stobie's YouTube page. What do you know?
How do I get this to be half and half? Oh yeah.
Oh, like this. You got to pop it out. You're talking about the videos?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see our conversation and also the group, but I think I've got it.
Oh, yeah. You can manually kind of do it. There's also like Windows 10 and 11. If you drag like a window to like say the right hand side of the screen, it'll like go half on that side, and then you can drag the other one to the left hand side, and it'll go that side. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done that.
But yeah, just depends. Anyway, we're live. I'll get the video posted on the Facebook. This is probably going to be one of those very lowly watched pods because, we're two of the 6 that are left, and yeah, there's not a lot of probably not a lot of interest from the people that are out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like Kyle or Marty want to log on and relive the horrors that were finals week 1. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
No. All right. Cool. Well, here we go. Gidley Gang pod. Finals week 1, mate. What did you think about the kickoff of finals?
Well, it's a pretty good weekend for myself. Pretty high scoring, actually. Everyone would have scored over 400 if Jared had Tino playing. So it would have been pretty high scoring for everybody.
Yeah, I think he would have just snuck in there. It was interesting because, there was some late kind of like rescores, and Marty and Kyle both got bumped over to just over 400. So, yeah, in the end, pretty good scores, but not good enough for a couple of coaches. So we say goodbye to Mun Hill. Sorry about that, Marty. And we also say goodbye to Kyle Newman, former commissioner, and touted as one of the big dogs in the competition, Tots.
He was. I was a bit surprised with this one, actually. It's good for me, but yeah, surprising.
I believe that you did a lot of, polling of the masses. And I'm assuming Kyle was ranked like second.
Yeah, he was. He was right up there. Yeah.
Well, now he's right out of there. So that's unfortunate for him. Yeah, not good. He should just come out and say, look, I just threw it, guys. We're just throwing a match up. It's all good, It's part of the master plan. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it works for him. See if it pays off for him.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah. All right, cool. Well, we might as well get into it, yeah?
Yep.
First fixture. No point looking at the ladders. They don't mean shit. Cool. First matchup. Yourself versus Jared, mate. This was men against boys. Dare I say, an absolute cricket score from your guys.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Could have been better, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. But anyway.
Well, it really could have with a 22 and a 19. Like, Jesus Christ. If those guys had just poached out like a 40 or a 50, you're halfway to more than halfway to 600. So
yeah, unheard of.
Yeah, in a season that has lacked a lot less 500s than past seasons, this side's not shy to hit a couple of them. So How many 500s is that for you now?
I'd have to look it up. I don't have my book with me. I'm a bit underprepared tonight. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll see how it is. Week off. Week off in the league. The bye round. He thinks he can take a week off the pod. Week
If
off.
if my two players scored their average, I only would have scored 575, 580.
Oh, is that all? Okay. Yeah. You got a lift, mate.
I know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway,
Cool. So yeah, no, big performance from the boys. 280s and 370s. My God, just carnage, mate.
yeah, I feel sorry for Jared. He did put up a pretty good fight, though. To be fair,
Lowest score of the round. Yeah, sure.
yeah, well, pretty good fight.
Yeah.
No one's really got that close for a while.
Well, it started off bad for him when he had the cheese hit 71. That's probably his best score of the year. And Kamakamika 55. Those are not scores you ever want to see on your bench.
No.
You'll take them any day of the week. But his forwards that actually played scored pretty well. Obviously, Starling 22 was pretty weak sauce. And Tedesco was the real surprise. 37.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, they put on a lot of points too. So I dare say all those points were just from tackle busts, from him crabbing sideways, like.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, all in all, mate, very comfortable. Even though you said he had a chance when he didn't. So.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to, it was a private chat between you and me, all right? You can drop the charade. So, mate,
He had nine. Sorry, he had 9 tackle busts.
Teddy.
18 of the points. So it's 18 points.
Yeah. He didn't do, and they weren't even a lot of them weren't even good, like say tackle busts that really led to anything. It was a lot of pushing off one or two dudes, and he ends up getting tackled 5 meters across the field, so.
He scored 30. He scored 33. Hang on. Yeah, 33 of his points from his tackle busts and his run meters.
Yeah.
And he only scored 37.
Yeah. Crazy
times.
Mate, I'll be very happy if he's this quiet in the coming week, but I highly doubt it.
Against the Tigers, mate, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the matchup is not favourable for me.
No.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in our preview. So, yep, mate, all your boys fired. They can have a week off. We've said enough about how good your side is. It was always going to be difficult for Jared. Yeah, congratulations, you finished first, and you get 521 put on you. Come again.
Well done.
Yeah, 100%. Next up, myself. The week gutted underdogs, 429. Surf was not up for Marty, 405. So, made it. It was an interesting matchup that kind of ebbed and flowed. I was feeling pretty good after a couple scores, but then, Marty kind of had some big ones, especially Cook and Kaloa Matangi.
And Bird, 62.
Yeah, well, that was a late one. I think I was feeling pretty good going into that after the 57 from Coates. I say Coates because he's Corey Oates, but again, then at least Coates isn't in the Broncos anymore. That makes it less confusing.
I think he regrets not playing Matt Lodge.
Yeah. So it was an interesting matchup because I picked up Oates and Eisenhoof, who both 57 each, close to my best. So yeah, it was really a case of really good pickups.
I think that Oates was on barely anything at halftime too.
Nah, I think it was about 25 minutes in. and then he started to kind of do something. So,
Yeah, right.
but he had me sweating there for a little bit. And I think I was texting you saying I'm turning off. Can't watch this shit. Turned it back on just as he'd scored a try.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I've like the difference maker really was those pickups. Like they both killed it.
Yeah,
And
probably Josh Curran too.
and then yeah, that's it, dude. So old Curran off the bench, mate. I better trade him back to you.
I do need a edge. Anyway, moving on.
Play Telecom, mate. He's a dual edge. You don't need anyone this week.
All right, moving on.
But Marty made bad choices. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I made good pickups off the free agents. They weren't even waivers. They were after the waivers had processed. So but yeah, Marty Lodge 60. Yeah, he was going to play him over Vaughan. So that's an extra 17 points. And then
yes, it would have.
he was going to play Nofaluma, or he should have played Nofaluma over that South guy. So, yeah, that would have been enough, I think.
We may not have been on the pod this week if that was the case.
Yeah, it would have been. Fuck it, it's all over. It would have been a pity party pod. So. Nah, the one that got away from Marty, it's hard because, I mean, like we were talking off air before, I've got some equally interesting choices at fullback this week, so it's hard to get the right choices, and it didn't work out for Marty, so, but Cook was huge for him. Pet Bird, if he wishes Bird played at 13 every week. But yeah, no, Horsberg killed it for him as well. I didn't think he was a good play. So I was happy that he was playing him. And this Thompson bloke, I still don't know who he is. He scored a try and he only got 32, so pretty happy.
Yep.
But yeah, as far as my boys, bunch of 50s, bunch of 40s. It was kind of actually Tuolagi, he was killing me, mate. Oh, never again. He's on my shit list. Like, I'm sorry.
He's pretty bad, isn't he?
I'm sorry, mate. He puts in zero effort. Like, he just plods along. He took no runs. He might have took, 4 runs the entire game. He went off for a HIA after he had, someone kind of, rub against his eye or something. I don't know. I'm like...
Also plays on... He plays on Valton on Holmes' side as well. They didn't see the ball very much. Holmes only scored 19, I think.
Yeah, he's a shit cunt, though. Even Tuolagi outscored him, mate, so...
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Next matchup. 420... Oh, wow. You're bored of this matchup already, mate. 429, Rhett. Big win for Rhett. So, yeah, he was kind of doing pretty well in the top 4 most of the year, and he fell out at the death, so... nice to see him survive. He probably deserves it, based on his season as a whole. Like I was saying, everybody had Kyle tipped for glory, mate, and or not quite glory, for runner-up glory, and it all fell apart, mate. Where do you think shit hit the fan for Kyle Newman?
The injury to Toby Rudolph didn't help. Only played limited minutes, obviously only scoring 16. Nanai, he's the biggest rocks and diamonds player in the league, I reckon.
Yeah. If he doesn't score a triple,
if Kyle plays him, he goes shithouse. If he doesn't, he plays ridiculous. So he's probably a steer clear in the draft next year for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I personally want guys that I can rely on. You want them to kind of be score relatively close either side of their average, instead of 25 points under, 25 points over all the time. Especially for a forward, those are your bread and butter points.
Yeah, 100%. I just think it's just too much. He's too much of a liability, and I think realistically, if you look back over his season, it cost him a lot of matchups. Not playing him and playing him as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things he kills it and then you're like, oh man, got to have this guy on. And then especially like because Kyle's probably not watching him actually play a lot.
Yeah.
So he could just be like reading the scores and yeah, okay, cool, this guy's a gun. But yeah, he's scoring like 2-3 tries. But yeah, goes missing.
He always had he's always had a problem at centre. Braden Burns, I think his name is, wasn't really going to do much, I don't think. But you know, he's got Hines there. Hines will go top 5 next year in the draft.
Yeah,
Easy.
He won't be winger fullback anymore. He'll just be he'll just be a half.
Correct.
So I think that maybe takes a little bit away. But
also, another part of this team is Cameron McInnes. He scored 63 off the bench. He didn't even play 63 minutes.
Yeah, well, it was his 150th game or 200th game or something.
Yeah, still. He's been a machine. Like, he's been starting on the bench and still scoring starting minutes.
Yeah.
You know, starting points, if that makes sense.
It's interesting with the Sharks because a lot of their games they've been playing a 4-forward bench. It's kind of been like, kind of like Canberra used to be the side with like all the fucking forwards, and you couldn't like play any of them because, Ricky would split the minutes up, and so I think that's kind of the case sometimes with the Sharks. Yeah, like Rudolph, I would not be playing week to week, but he was unfortunate to get that.
I think you'll find with Cronulla this week, McInnes will actually start, and Finucane will start at front row. He'll make a change late.
There you go. You heard it here first. You got the inside word with Fitzgibbon.
Yeah. Anyway, look at Rhett's side.
I also can't say. Hold on, before we move on for Kyle, I would not say that Cleary. He lost it with Cleary. Like Cleary is really good, and he could have scored more, but 50 from Fogarty. It's
pretty good.
It's 50 from a half. Like, yeah. I can't really say like, yeah, that would have cost him. I mean, it did cost him, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like he got like fucking kneecapped completely, you know.
Yeah, and I mean Penrith played the Eels and were terrible, so
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, Rhett side.
Yeah, good scores. Harry Grant, he scored really well in the last 3 weeks. His average is really high. Frizzell, who actually cost him a top 4 place probably last week, has done the goods for him this week, so he's repaid him.
What's
Sean
that?
Johnson.
That's about 12 over his average.
Yep. So that's pretty good. His outside backs are pretty poor. Targo and Adokar. Who was the other one? Manu. 42. That's pretty good from a centre playing at fullback.
Mind you, he did that without Clemmer as well.
Sure.
So I'd say that's an extra 20 potentially for Rhett in his mid there over Gilbert. Had the wrong player there for a second.
He scored 6 tries on the weekend.
Who?
Like Oliver Gildart.
Oh, yeah. That was you've been listening to Bloke in the Bar, mate.
I have, yeah. Well, it's my inspiration, mate. You know.
Yeah. I was
I'd look up to someone.
I was sitting there last night. I was like, oh, when do they like put it on YouTube? So usually I'm listening in the car, and then like the day after, and I was like, it's like when they put it on YouTube, and it was already on. I'd already listened to the first 40 minutes on Spotify, and then it was like another 45 minutes until it premiered on YouTube. I was like, ugh, plebs. I'm like, I'm streets ahead, mate. So,
they're pretty good.
Yeah, apparently Cronulla's going to be the next powerhouse, mate.
Next powerhouse.
I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I only listen to the Cronulla bits, and then I sort of fast forward the bits I don't want to listen to.
Yeah, well, it can be a long show. That's why I listen 1.2 times. All right. Anyway, Brett's side, yeah, okay. No shockers. Yeah, except for Gilbert, But yeah, it was a cover. Anyway, last match up. 488. Big one for Marcel.
I didn't actually realize that he scored 488. Like, that's a very good score.
You getting nervous, mate? You getting nervous?
Oh God, no. 488. I got that last week. I got 489 last week.
Yeah. You're like, I hit 48, 488s for breakfast.
Although I will say his team's very good.
Yeah.
Hitting their straps, I'd say.
100%. I mean, they're great scores. Like, Finucane was the low point, 37. But, like, I mean, you look at what your side's doing with the 80s and the 70s, and it's just another level. Like, it's crazy. But anyway, Marcel's side, Dewey, 73. That was the biggest, a 60, a couple 59s. So, mate, solid stuff. What's he got? Yeah, not much on his bench. He's got a 53. That's about it. Anyway, Marcel's side. Oh, what do we got? We got a viewer.
So that's a mate of mine from work.
Oh, Jesus.
He did first aid with Marcel. I put him onto Marcel for first aid.
Oh, yeah.
And, he didn't realise I should have. I told him after that Marcel was in our league.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me? I would have told him he was going to win the premiership." And I'm like, "Well, he's not." But
Right. Your mate's like fucking like saved so many lives because of Marcel. You know, just yeah.
I know he's a bit of a loser.
Last time I was up in Canberra, I was like, Marcel, can you show me the mouth to mouth technique? And he's like, oh no, it's like out of business hours. I'm like, it's like I'm not doing any training. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, training, like.
It's a real deal, mate.
Let's fucking go. All right, moving on from that homoeroticism.
Yeah. You're gonna get taken off the air soon.
I'll be just flying that rainbow flag here, mate. Chris Nedden, 431. Mate, he put in a good performance. 80 from Latrell and 56 from AJ, plus 62 from Walker. Huge. Very, very big scores. Oh no, I've lost Toto. He's gone. I've lost him. I've lost you. You're frozen. Outrageous. All right. Well, we'll keep moving on. Todd's is obviously dead. Somebody's killed him. So yeah, good scores from the South boys. Not such good stuff from Marshall King. He had a quiet one, 38. Kickout, 38. And Lomax, 21. He shit the bed. So, I don't know what's happened. I've lost you, mate. You're frozen. Yeah, they weren't good. I think if those guys had have scored a bit better, then yeah, could have worked out better. So, just start trying to find my friend Toto again. He's typing in the chat. So, boom. Toto says, "What's happened?" I go, "Mate, you're gone, mate." There he goes. He's gone completely. It's just me talking to myself now. Outrageous. Dun, dun, dun. What happened? Okay, there we go. Apparently, I'm not sure what's happened with Todd's. He's saying that He's saying that things were fine. I'm like, well, they weren't for me, mate. Couldn't see ya. Let's see if he can come back. Oh, Jesus. Where's he at? Is he live? No, it says he's not even on. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, all right, we'll soldier on. First matchup of the week 2 finals. Jared Roberts. Now, solid team, but I'm gonna destroy him. I'm just putting it out there. So that should be a good one. So what did Jared score last week? He scored. Scored 368 last week, and Todd's is back.
Wait, what the hell just happened?
You froze.
Yeah, everything just went weird. Like, internet's on, didn't work. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It just stopped. Everything just stopped.
Yeah, no, the call kept going and you froze. So
Weird.
Yeah, mate. We moved on without you. I think I covered off the rest. So we're into week 2 territory now, mate. Jared versus myself.
Yep.
So let me get your take on this because I'm a bit biased, as some might say. So
That's all right. Let me just find it. Anytime now.
This is why we don't have an audio version, right? So everyone can witness the mishaps.
Well, you know. It's not letting me go to the semi-finals for some reason.
Locked out, mate. Is it because you're not in them?
No, I can look.
Apparently not.
What the hell? I can look at every other...
Can you see it on your phone?
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, I can look it on my phone. I can look at every other matchup except for the one. Love computers. Love technology.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff.
Oh, okay. Now it's working.
Okay, yeah.
I could look at every... I could even look at the preliminary. I could even go to me and Marcel waiting in the prelims, but I couldn't bring up the semi-finals.
It's NRL fantasy, mate. They're shambles.
All right, here we go. Jared versus Dobie. We got it, underdogs. So for you've got Tarpany back. It's the only change you're making?
We'll see. We'll see what the waivers bring.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Eisenhuth's named a start, so
Eisenhuth?
Eisen 57 points last week, mate.
Yeah, mate. I'm just reminding Kirsty if she's ever listening.
I doubt it. So yeah, he could potentially stay. The only other option is, if I find a better mid or a edge or a center, I've got room to move everyone around. So yeah, we'll see. I think the big call is who I play at wing and fullback. So yeah, we've got Ramsey, Laurie, and Oates.
It's hard because I think you got to play the matchups. You got Oates playing Melbourne,
Yeah.
While it hinders you, it also helps you because Reynolds and Staggs also play Melbourne.
Yep.
For Jared.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there's lots of interesting matchups in this one, actually. I think Tarpany will carve up Newcastle. But will it also see his minutes reduced because coming back from injury, the Raiders could be winning,
He can play 30 minutes as long as he scores 3 tries. Oh, sweet. I think matchup wise, like fullbacks, like Ramsey has the best matchup.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's also the lowest averaging of the 3, so I don't know.
He's also the shittest,
Yeah. Laurie did okay last week. He got 37 against the Sharks, so He'll do similar against the Roosters. I don't know. Honestly, it's like it's potentially wheel decide territory. We'll see. All right.
I think Jared plays Brandon Smith this week.
Oh, I think he does, 100%. Yeah, he can't play Starling. Like that was that was one of my disappointments from last week. Is the fact that Smith went so good and Starling went so shit that it was kind of like, okay, he's definitely not going to make that mistake this week. He's going to play. He's going to play Smith, but yeah, Smith probably doesn't go as good. He has been named on the bench. So yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah. I think, where do you think the biggest danger for you lies in his side?
Mate, Teddy, hands down, Teddy, 100 times Teddy against the Tigers. Are you kidding me?
Also, Nat Butcher. He's been scoring well, and he plays the Tigers this week as well.
Yeah. Butcher, whenever he gets a start, he always scores solid. He definitely becomes relevant. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see what the Broncos do against Melbourne. I think last week Melbourne. I think they turned the corner. So
yeah. Also, Hughes is back, so
yeah,
that'll make them a bit better.
I think Brown's playing Canterbury, but having said that, Canterbury fucking destroyed the Eels a couple months ago. I think Moses is back, so it means the side will be better. Yeah. So that could be helpful.
There's a few big games in this one. Eisenhuth plays like Penrith plays Souths. Manly play Cronulla. That's always a big game. Melbourne Broncos, Cowboys Warriors.
Mate, you know it's a tasty matchup? Drinkwater versus the Warriors.
Potentially.
That
Cowboys have been poor lately.
Yeah, I think they'll turn it around. Mate, they could put a cricket score on the Warriors. That could be anything.
Mate, I'm tipping a Warriors win.
You know what? You can get fucked.
Because the Warriors need to beat them for us Sharky fans.
I think they'll lose other matchups that aren't the Warriors. Plus, we'll beat them as well. So,
yeah true.
Yeah, honestly, this could go anywhere.
This is going to be really close, I think.
Yep, for sure. So, yep. Who knows? May the best man win. May I be the best man.
Please.
Speaking of a couple best man, Chris Sneddon and Rat. Yeah, this one as well. So I think me, Rat, and Chris all scored. Me and Rat both scored 429, and Chris scored 431. So yeah, some very close matchups. Yeah,
I think last week his pickup of Cody Walker in the waivers to replace Cleary was a masterstroke considering that Ilias wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I messaged him and said
he was never playing Cleary. Who was his half before?
I don't.
Oh, know. He would have had Hughes. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to play Hughes again. Yeah. But just for last week.
Yeah, massive.
It was a good move from him.
Didn't work out, but yeah.
No, but nearly did.
I mean, it would have won him a couple other matchups. He would have beat me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much. I don't know. I think he might want to fit Victor Radley in there somewhere this week. Playing the Tigers, he could easily, take King's spot there in the mids. Yeah. Playing Parramatta could be a more favourable matchup.
Yeah, I think Ricky's a bit of a liability. Yeah, he's been really shit this year.
Yeah, I just don't know if he has anyone to cover it though.
No, it's edge. It's hard to work out.
Although, Fatala Mariner scored pretty well last week, I believe.
What did he score? I'm sure he scored high.
I'll bring it up. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 1
What do we got? Yeah, he scored 59. So
Yeah.
there you go. Options. I think one of the issues for Chris is that Souths are hitting their hard run. They've had like a bit of a dream run, and now it's getting the tail end of the season gets really hard for them.
Yeah. Also, Mitchell might not play, so if Mitchell doesn't play, that's good by Sneds.
Well, he's been named, so the fact he's been named at all, I think he should be fine. But yeah, you never know. Yeah, for Rhett, Clemmer comes in over Gilbert. I think it's pretty solid. There's a nice spread of players for Rhett. I think he's got a bit of everyone there. Well, almost.
Yeah.
But
That's good though.
Yeah. So I can't call this one either.
I can. I think Rhett wins.
We get our first big call of the night from Toddy. There you go.
And he comes up against the big dog for next week. Me.
Against you, mate. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Well, any predictions for my matchup then?
No, I actually think it's too close to call.
There you go. Too close to call. 50-50, he says. I agree. Yeah. I think either coach could definitely win, and same with this matchup.
I think just going back to yours, I think the hooker is Jared's downside. Like he's got two bench hookers, if that makes sense. So if there's no yeah,
I got Blake Brayley, mate.
Yeah, but he's going all right.
Best hooker in the game. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I mean, like he's nearly the next New South Wales hooker, mate. Like he's going.
He's underrated, mate. He's
56 last week.
Yeah, solid.
49 last three average. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he had a sin bin one in there. The game before he only scored 40, but
yeah, he loves a sin bin.
He's only had 2
this year.
Yeah. Oh, how many have you had this year?
I've had a few.
Yeah. I'm about to give you a sin bin right now. I think it's time to send the whole pod to the sin bin. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the previews, reviews. That's everything.
Yeah, well, there's no ladder to look at.
No, mate.
There's a
totally unimportant.
Couple of good-looking blokes waiting in the prelims. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Yeah. Just a couple.
I can't click on it now either.
I can't click on it either.
Oh my god! Fuck! I can click on the grand. Click on the grand final.
I was literally just on it, and then I can't even click on the grand final. It's gone.
Oh shit! Sort your fucking website out.
Oh dear.
Amateurs.
Gotta love it.
All right, mate. We'll call it there. Yeah. Poddy's done, and catch you on the flip side.
Shout out to Marcel and Jesse who are watching live.
Hey, there we go. Couple. Even Jesse loyally watching, even though he loves it. Even though he's down.
Number one subscriber.
To my OnlyFans, or?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Top dollar, mate.
Yeah. No discounts.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, boys.
All right. Catches.